concept is not a complicated one. Build an empire and take over the world. The way you do it requires more thought though, and the way it works in Civilization V, Firaxis' latest installment of its popular strategy franchise, will feel quite a bit different to longtime fans. It's got a cleaner, much more user-friendly interface, better visuals, and a host of other new features that make playing just as fun and addictive as ever, and we're only playing a preview build. A few of the most noticeable differences are the way the terrain has been changed and the way unit movement and combat works. Units now move around on hexagonal tiles, and you can no longer create the stacks of doom that were so prevalent in previous Civ games. Instead, you now place one unit type per tile, so you'll need to pay much closer attention to how your forces are deployed. The same idea goes for cities. You can't stuff an insane amount of soldiers into towns to defend. Instead, cities have their own attack value and can strike out on their own. Since your troops will be in the field as well, this leads to much more open and interesting combat than just hurling two giant stacks of soldiers at each other until one finally whittles the other down. Now you actually have to think more about formations and army composition, which so far is a lot of fun. Games play out in a similar fashion as before. You set your parameters and choose a nation, each with their own strengths. Found your city first, build up a small force, and start poking around a map to expand your reach into the world. The leaders of other settlements will contact you as games play out, sometimes just to say hi, or sometimes with more serious requests. You can choose to ally with them, set up trade, or make it obvious you want to stomp on their faces. As in Civ games past, it's up to you how to move your society forward. Like any strategy game in this style, there's a lot of information to process, and Civ 5 makes that easy with a clean, attractive, and easy to navigate interface. Things get slightly more complex when city-states enter into the equation. These independent settlements come in a few types, and will aid you if you're nice, or serve as a nuisance if they're allied with your enemies. It'll be interesting to see how their presence will impact games further down the line, as you follow one of many avenues to victory. Civ 5 is a huge game, and there's a lot more to see. And it's not that far away now. It'll be ready in late September, and we can't wait to play the final product. Keep checking in with IGN for more as the release date approaches.